In our journey around the Black Sea, we continue with the Ukraine. Professor we did not come, we stay in Bulgaria, and we start with a report presented by Admiral Mitko Petev, and the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Professor Bruckner, for introduction. So I will go a little bit closer to the topic of hybrid warfare. I think it will be heard better from this stage. I will go a little bit closer to the hybrid warfare and propaganda campaigns as a topic. And of course I will start going closer to the meaning of the hybrid warfare. I have restrained myself from using slides because of the short time available, and of course I will provide more time for the next speakers for their valuable insights. So what is really hybrid warfare? Hybrid warfare, according to the NATO definition, is application of the non-military and military means using regular, non-regular military forces, paramilitary forces, all spectrum of financial, economic tools in order to achieve the objective of the strategy. In short, so-called Dime-fill model of the state power is under attack. Dime-fill stands for the first letters of the following pillars of the statehood power, which is diplomatic, information, military, economics, finance, intelligence, and legislation. So you see, when we're talking about the hybrid, we have something mixed, and this is the most important, that all these tools are used simultaneously, not one after another or in some sequences, and additional to this also in very adaptive way. So we need definitely military power, but this is not the sole source of power. For example, information, where propaganda strategy will fit, is also equally important. And vice versa, without military element of the hybrid warfare, the opponent will lose opportunity to escalate the conflict. And this will go back to the situation when the threat of using military power is more likely to happen instead of using military power itself. Definitely hybrid warfare are fought in some physical battle spaces, like air, like like sea, land, cyber, space, but also it is fought on the conceptual battlefields for the minds and hearts of the peoples, as it has been mentioned earlier. For this reason, propaganda campaigns are very important, and they are part of all these hybrid type of strategies, because in the real world, very often, not the reality, but the perception is what's running the decision making. So if you have perception that you are strong, you will be treated as like strong person. On the other hand, if you are weak, doesn't matter, the perception is that you are weak, doesn't matter how strong you are, at least you will be checked by other tools. For this reason, it is very important, the propaganda campaigns, to be countered very early in this stage. Talking about the applicable hybrid strategy, I would like to point out so-called Gerasimov hybrid warfare strategy, which has been introduced in 2013 in November during the General Assembly of the Academy of the Military Science in Moscow. And General Gerasimov, this is the Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation. So he just mentioned that usually the hybrid warfare, the hybrid tools, has to be in proportion military to non-military, 4-to-1, so 4 measures military, non-military, and only 1 military. And the first phase of this conflict will start definitely with the information operation, and it's very interesting that in Russian terms there is no difference between the information space, like cyberspace, and also the information itself. But what is more important, of course, the most important part is the interface, which are the people, how the things can go to the people directly. So in this case, application of proactive propaganda strategy will apply the Sun Tzu quote that the acme of the art of war is to defeat your enemy without war fighting. How we can counter this kind of threat? Of course, it has been said very good in an excellent manner by the speaker before me, but it's very important to keep in mind that countering any narrative in the daily base is very important to keep the credibility and the trust of the public for the state and also for its military. So for me, there is no separation between military power, between propaganda, between information, and all other tools which are applicable in this struggle. Finally, I would like to point out that there are several tiers, 2 general tiers in the hybrid warfare. One is on the military and non-military, and then also the second one is on the engagement level. And the engagement level, we have already conventional and non-conventional struggle using regular and irregular forces. In the both stages, propaganda campaigns are very dangerous. For this reason, we have to counter this timely in order to be able to respond in time of crisis. Thank you very much.